Welcome to this Ziperase instructional video. In today's video, we're going to take a regular USB thumb drive and create a bootable USB drive with Ziperase software that you can use to erase laptops, MacBooks, desktops, and servers. Before we get started, you're going to need a computer with minimum requirements of Windows 8 or later operating system, a speed of 1 gigahertz, 64-bit Intel compatible processor, and 1 gigabit of spare disk capacity for your hard drive. You'll need a USB stick with a minimum capacity of 1 gigabyte to create the portable USB drive. It's important to note that the USB drive that you'll be using will be completely reformatted and any existing data on that thumb drive will be lost. Don't plug the USB into the computer just yet. We're going to download and install the software first, and I'll let you know when it's ready to go. Let's get started. First thing we're going to do is log into the Ziperase customer portal. You can get there from the link in the top right of the ziperase.com website or by typing portal.ziperase.com into the search bar. Fill in your login details to get access to the customer portal. On the left, you'll see the Downloads tab, and you can click on that to get to the latest image of the USB Boot Media Creator application, which will download into Windows on your computer. The download typically takes 4 or 5 minutes to complete. You'll probably find the download in your Downloads folder, so you can go ahead and double-click on the download file. You might get some protection pop-ups, and you can safely choose to allow the app to run. This takes us right to the setup wizard, which is going to walk you through the installation process with a series of pop-ups. The whole process will take about 5 minutes. You might be presented with a few pop-ups asking for the appropriate permissions to install on your computer, and you can say yes to all of these. The wizard is telling us that setup is complete, so let's check the Launch Boot Media Creator box and click on the Finish button to launch Boot Media Creator application. Now it's time to plug in our USB. You'll see the name of our USB appear in this drop-down device list here. You might have multiple USB devices connected to your computer, so check that you've selected the right one. As I mentioned before, the drive you will use will be completely reformatted and any existing data on that drive will be lost. Once you've selected the appropriate USB, click the drop-down on the image and select the latest version of software, which in this case is 2.4.0 at the time of this recording. Next, we'll click the configuration drop-down and pick the default option for now. In another video, we'll talk about how you can customize your configurations to your exact specifications and save them. Time to double check you have the correct USB selected in the device drop-down before we go ahead and click Start. This is going to begin the process of formatting and installing the Ziperase software to create our bootable USB drive. You'll see a green progress bar at the top of the window, and this will take about 5 to 10 minutes to complete. Once the process is done, you'll see the All Finished message up top on the green progress bar. Next thing we're going to do is add some licenses to the USB. Right now we have 0 licenses on this device, and we're going to request some licenses to add to our selected USB from the license pool on your portal account. This computer is connected to the internet, and so this is going to be really quick and simple. Click on the plus button here to add the number of licenses you want to assign to the USB. I'm going to transfer 2 licenses and click the Transfer from Portal. This will take you to a login window which will ask for your Ziperase customer portal login details. Once we've entered those, we'll click on the Send Request. The request goes directly to the customer portal, and you'll see a pop-up window with the message that our license request has been successful. It'll also confirm how many licenses you've transferred, and you can click OK to proceed. If you weren't connected to the internet, you would generate a request key instead by clicking here. That's it. You're all set. Everything you need to erase laptops, MacBooks, desktops, and servers is on this USB. You've got the latest version of Ziperase software, licensing, and configuration. You'll be able to get tamper-proof reporting and certification, and the devices you're erasing don't need any kind of network or internet connection. Now it's important to safely remove the USB from your computer. If you leave it plugged in during a reboot, your computer might automatically boot into the Ziperase client application. Always remember to unplug the USB device after creation. We've added links to the description to the Quick Start Guide with written instructions for this process, and the frequently asked questions for USB erase on our website. The user manual is a great resource that's available from the customer portal. And if you need some extra help, or you have a suggestion or query that isn't answered on our website or the user manual, there's also a link to the Ziperase support section where you can raise a customer service request. In the next video, we'll be walking through the steps for erasing with USB erase. Thanks for watching.